Hey guys, it's Chadek, and we did it. I did it. We did it. I got it. Devil North. We finally made a substantially good build for Devil North, and we're gonna start this video off a little bit differently. We're not gonna show you how the build works first and then gameplay. We're gonna show you gameplay of the build first and then the build. If you trust my builds wholeheartedly, then feel free to skip to here to straight build. But if you want to see how my Devil North works on Wave 24 solo, keep watching. Alright, and obviously I'm going to provide commentary on the video. So, right there, that was just a quick repair because I've had a mini boss on a different wave. And on this part right here, you're going to see a flinger fling, and that is because simply of where I am standing. That flinger fling, and that is the only damage we will be obtaining in this video for this amplifier, believe it or not. We will have a little bit of iffies in the future, but it's not any big iffies. So, this is the tunnel. You can barely see it because I have sped it up, but I'll show you guys very slowly when we get to it. So, I've been working so hard on Devil North, guys. I didn't want to bring you guys a bad build. So these were my requirements. Wave 24 solo, barely doing anything. That is the video I would be putting for my Devil North, and this is the video that took me so long to freaking make. Honestly, I've spent like almost 50 plus days on Devil North alone. I think I can finally quit Endurance. Now you guys don't know how overjoyed I am to have finally completed Devil North. But before we move on to that, there were slight adjustments I made to Devil East, and you need to see them. So on Devil East, once you get up to this tile right here, there's a floor launcher, and the floor launcher would have collision effects with this floor, this ramp piece, this wall, floor piece, whatever, roof piece, and it would launch us out of the tunnel. That, and another problem was I didn't show you this block off right here, both of these hills, and that caused the occasional husk to walk through and hit these three walls. Once you block those two things off, you should be good, and I'm probably going to move the mic a little bit closer so when I talk smoothly, it's not, you know, I gotta raise the volume and then I hear static. So, Devil North. And one thing that's very important for Devil North is how you approach it. I really did some things with the lava bomb. I was really risking stuff. So when you approach Devil North, you must come from over here, otherwise you'll set the lava bomb over there. Which is surprisingly. This is the lava bomb, and I will show you how to do that in a second. But if you approach it from this side, the lava bomb will attack these three tiles. So you could potentially lock the lava bomb onto these three tiles if you so desired, and you could have all of this gas. But I don't trust it. Simple as that. I don't trust it. And yeah, so brand new, showing you all the traps I got. There's a lot of traps in this one, so I'm sorry, you're going to have to. Yeah, but let's go. And while the traps are on, let's take off the webcam and put on the headset. All right. I'm just gonna do a quick cut. So for the lava bomb, this one's hard to explain actually because even I don't fully understand it. So let's just get started. So a good way to show you the lava bomb is to start at this tile right here. You're unable to place a tile under here, but that's fine. You don't even need a tile here. You're going to move one tile forward, and you do not place a tile here. Go to the tile right, place a tile there, one more tile forward, and then one tile to the left of it. And then you're going to look to the right, and you're going to leave this tile open. Now, just to show you guys why I'm leaving this tile open, I'm actually going to close it off and let the lava bomb blow up the tunnel. I'm not going to do that. If you want to try it for yourself, let the lava bomb blow up your tunnels, not mine. So leave this tile open or the lava bomb will land here. Then you move one tile to the north and you put a tile there. This tile is unnecessary, however, it does make me feel comfortable. I'm actually not even sure if it's unnecessary. It's there and I'm leaving it. So you leave it too. It's basically going to signify, hey, this is Chadek's build, and that'll make me happy if I ever come to a random base. And then two more tiles here. Next thing actually for the lava bomb, I do recommend having these ceiling pieces over here because this also shifts the lava bomb, believe it or not. So once you are, see the lava bombs there. Once you are on top of this tile, right next to the empty tile, just walk up here and then go up another tile. Sorry about the Walloper. You guys should definitely have one of these. It's super wonderful. Look at this 8 energy usage for quick movement. Then you're going, okay, so once you're up here, walk 1 tile up and then 2 tiles forward. Then 2 tiles to 1 tile to the left, another tile to the left, and another tile to the left. And then just fill in this tile right here. This will cause the lava bomb to shift over here, and occasionally it'll shift into these 4 tiles. And you might be thinking, oh, the lava bomb's not here, let me place 2 tiles here. Don't do that, okay? Trust me on that. Don't do that. You'll end up shifting the lava bomb back inside of where you don't want it. So yeah, that's about it for the lava bomb shifting. Also, you don't need these 2 tiles here for lava bomb shifting. But if the lava bomb doesn't shift to you, then I've probably explained it poorly, and I don't know what's the proper explanation. But those are the tiles I have for the lava bomb. Oh, also, there's one more tile over here behind this, right next to this castle piece. See, as I was talking about, it looks like it can land there. One more tile here, which is very important. I don't think it's actually very important. It actually makes no sense, but keep that there. Now, for the brute of the tunnel, let's start with the spawn kill and the block off. The spawn kill, then the block offs. So as you guys know, all of the husks will spawn over here, some on these empty tiles, and basically all of these tiles. So what I've done is I've gas trapped all of it, starting from here. If you want, connect it over through here. I'll show you that later. Have a tile here, move 1 tile to the right, 1 tile forward, and then 1 tile to the right, then go all the way down to the other island. You'll see that you're at the other island. Once you connect it to the island, it won't have a tile on it. And then just once you're at the island piece, just move 1 more tile back onto the gas, 1 tile to the left, and all the way down again to where you had it before. And fill those. I'll show you what to fill with gas and what not to fill with gas. Okay. So most of it you fill with gas, but right here where the ramp goes up, put a ceiling electric field. This has a 3x3 activation range, so if any husks spawn here, the ceiling electric field will activate and deal damage. Extra damage is very good for Devil North. You really need it. And then over here, so go back to the island. Once you're at the island, 2 tiles forward and 1 tile to the left. Wait, that's 3. No, 2 tiles forward, 1 tile to the left, and then fill the rest in. On the left side, you put gases, and the right side, electric fields for the extra damage. Now, that is... Oh, wait, the wall darts as well. So, from your ceiling gas traps, move 1 empty space to the north, and... Yeah, 1 empty space to the north, and then put 4 wall darts all here. These will activate. Extra damage is what I want. And then right here on the island, since nothing's going to spawn here, you're safe to put a wall dart right next to this electric field. These will shoot all along this, and you should be fine. Now for the important block offs. Right here at this island, once you reach this tree, if you don't have it, then sucks for you. It's basically the last plinth before you walk forward. Just block it off with 2 tiles, and you'll be fine. Now, this block off is a little different though. So you're unable to place tiles here to block it off. So what you're going to have to do is, because you can't properly block this off, the husks will walk through. What you're going to be doing is you're going to go as far as the ramp, right? And once you reach the ramp, you're going to be placing 3 walls and then pyramids like this. And then a wall in between the pyramids to sandwich it, and then 2 walls behind the pyramids to make sure husks don't walk up. There is also an occasional spawn here. If you want, feel free to cone it. Coning is that very dangerous, not dangerous, but corny tactic that you can use to cover off spawns. You could even potentially cover off all of Devil North if you wanted to be pathetic and not actually play the game, but, to each their own. The knowledge is already out there, so I might as well just, cover it. And then over here, once you have your 2 sandwiches, place another tile behind this wall right here, and then to the right to block off that pathway. Now husks will always walk through here if they want to. They'll realize this is blocked off and they can't do anything, so they'll try to go through there. Unless husks spawn up here, and if they do spawn up here, consider your run pretty much... Yeah, I cursed, I'm sorry. But my videos aren't monetized anyway, so who cares? they'll straight up just come through here, and lobbers will lob. You didn't see that rare spawn in my video because I was just, you know, I wasn't unlucky and I was ready to go. So now that you have the lava bomb and the spawn kill, let's talk about the right side first. Well, this is going to be a long video, guys, and I'm sorry about that, but it's Devil North, you know? And if you want an effective Devil North, you're going to have to take the time. So if you leave these floor pieces alone without walls, Huss will teleport into these floor pieces and break them and destroy your lava bomb shift. So you need to place walls here to make sure that the Huss will teleport when they spawn and go in this direction. And that is why this floor piece is like this, because when the Huss teleport, they won't reach the floor. They'll get up as close to here and this floor will be fine. And then, you know, put 4x wall launchers on these to push them as far as back as possible into the gas traps to deal even more extra damage. Those are both 4x's. And then when they walk in here, there's a gas trap on top. Let's get a weaker gun because that's super loud. Oh, I recently made a silent specter and I'm having a lot of fun with that, so we'll just use this. And then to the right of it, have a wall dart, and that's about it for this. You cannot put a tile here. If you can, feel free. If you can glitch it somehow, just put a wall launcher there. That'd be dope. It'd be super strong, actually. And then to the left one tile, it's a wooden floor spike, wall darts on the left, ceiling gas on top, 2x wall launcher right here. And if you don't know what I mean by 2x and 4x, it's how many impact rolls are on the wall launchers. If you're that new, then I'm sorry, but this is the one I mainly use for short pushes, and these are the ones I use for long pushes. And they're important. So now you have your empty tile. I don't recommend putting a ceiling on there. I'm very scared of that. Don't do that. Just leave it empty. Just promise me you leave it empty. Or if your tunnel blows up, hey, you know, you can click off the video if you want. And then to the right of that, there's a wall launcher to push them back into here. And this I should start off to the show. Actually, we'll talk about that later once we get to the middle part. So when you walk forward one more tile, there's a floor launcher with a wall launcher on the right, the 2x one, to push them over here into this floor launcher, which will launch them up into the main, the second layer of the tunnel, which I'll show later. Then 3 wall darts for extra damage and to not mess up impact. If you put broadsides on this tunnel, I think if you put broadsides where they're not, you know, necessary, I think I'll spit on you. To be rude, seriously, don't use broadsides. They'll scuff it. They'll make the tunnel useless. I'm so rude today. It's just the stress of Devil North. I'm sorry if I'm a little vulgar in this video. And then 3 floor launchers with wall darts all along them. And then why I have these floor launchers is they're going to be an extra wall above all these floor launchers right here, all these 4. And then there's going to be a ramp to push them over into the second middle. And the first one will have 2 ramps because of this floor launcher. You want to push them as far as there. Now, let's do this, boys. So let's pull out a walloper. So now that we have that covered, we have to actually cover what's inside. Oh no, we don't. We have to cover what's next first. Now the middle pathway. I'll call this the middle pathway. I'll call that the left pathway, and that's the right pathway, which is already done. The middle pathway, the pathway that the Huss will always come through and suck. So obviously you guys know the little glitch where you break the wall. You edit the wall and you're allowed to place a floor. You're going to be doing that along all of these tiles. You're going to be using the extra floor trap exploit to get some extra damage in your tunnels. I mean, if Epic wants to give us a very bad tunnel, then we gotta make what's due and, you know, use what we have in our disposal. So before we move forward to this floor spike, we need to talk about these 2 walls. These 2 floor pieces. These 2 floor pieces are crucial. All right, if you do not have these floor pieces, the Huss they're gonna attack these floor pieces either way. There's no stopping them. They're just going to do it. But these are basically blockades before they attack these 2 floor pieces, which are much more important than these 2 floor pieces. If they break these 2 floor pieces and break these 2 floor pieces, you're going to have a very difficult run. Trust me. You can't stop them from breaking these 2 floor pieces. Only blasters will attack them. They're just too tall and they're very stubborn. They won't walk up here even though the path is given to them. They want to go where everyone else is going and be part of the cool kids and go through here. we don't want them. We actually don't care where they go. It's just they're stupid and I hate them. But they're going to be breaking these two pieces, and nothing you could do about that. You could probably put tar pits with extra health on them. I have tar pits with extra durability, but that's fine. We'll talk about this part later. We put gases on these two pieces to make it stronger. Anything that actually walks through, that will walk through, will get killed. And then gases on these two roofs, and then the gas right here. Now for the floor pieces here, we have a glitched wooden floor spike, a glitched tar pit, and a glitched wooden floor spike again. And then at the end of it, we have a wall launcher, a 4x wall launcher. So any husks that get hit with this wall launcher are getting pushed back either 2 to 3 tiles over there, which will then give them another opportunity to walk through this part of the tunnel to go to the right side. Now this part is simple. It's a wooden floor spike, 2 ceiling gases on top, and then a wall dart to push them back out. A wall launcher to push them back over here. It's 2x, but you know, you don't want to 4x them at this point. And then every other wall is wall darts. And then every other wall in this is wall darts as well. The way you also put down these floor pieces, oh nice. The way you put down these floor pieces, I have to go in there anyways, is simple. All you do is you place the floor down, you edit your wall something like this or like this, and then you finagle your floor piece like a wooden floor spike. This is what I'll be using. You finagle it in there, you get an angle. I actually don't think I could do it with this thing here. You get an angle on it, and then bam, floor piece. You're going to be needing to know how to do that, and then yeah. So we'll talk about that in a second, because that's important as well. But now we're going to talk about these wooden floor launchers. Now I have two types here. I have the 5x and one 3x with 2 reload. This is for the mini ones. So a 5x to start, and we'll look up in a second, and then a 3x, another 5x, and then another 5x. Now we desperately don't want husks down here. We don't want them down here. So what we're doing here is we're using these 5x's on the same thing we did on the other side to launch them up. And this 5x, this 3x will almost get every single husk to get up there. And then wall darts for extra damage, and that's about it for that. And then, well, we'll talk about that in a second. And this is important for gas. If you can actually just get a gas trap with like maximum health for the wall, that'd be very useful there. But it's only like a one-time thing, really. And now let's talk about this thing, right? You'd expect there to be a trap tunnel in here, but there is not. It's straight blockages all throughout, with walls in between them, tier 3 metal all around. It's just to block them. I don't even want them in here. I had a timeout chamber here previously. It didn't work. What would happen was, with the timeout chamber, the smashers would, from here, they would launch up and they would break the floor. They would break the floor and then just go through the timeout chamber and walk through there. We don't want them to do that. Once they're up here, this is the only opportunity for them to die from floor launcher damage. And well, now that we're up here, let's talk about it. Wait, no. We have to talk about this part first. Now, to start it off, we're going to start off at this corner piece again, and we're going to look to our left. So we're going to go all the way to the left, and we're going to put 2 wall darts right here to not mess up the impact. This is very important, because if you mess up the impact anywhere on these floor wall launchers, you're really just screwing it up for yourself. And then above, we're going to put a ceiling electric field, because these have longer down tile range than ceiling gases. I've tested it, and trust me on it, you don't want to put ceiling gases on these 2 tiles. You want to put ceiling electric field. And we're going to talk about why we leave this tile open as well. So these 2 wall darts, 1 more tile to the right wall dart, and then a broadside on the right. Now the reason why we're putting broadsides here and not there is because, well, at this point, if a broadside goes off from here, it will land and bust up those wall launchers if any husks are there. We don't want that. Broadsides are here because there's no wall launchers in sight besides this one, and there's no way the cannonballs will launch and mess up with this wall launcher. And yeah, so broadside there, wall launcher there when you walk up. And then it's basically a timeout chamber here with 2 broadsides and 2 tar pits. and wall darts to finish that off because it's facing the wall launcher. And these two with this broadside right here above this entrance, it's a ceiling electric field, and right here to begin it, it's a ceiling electric field as well. Everything else will be gas though. And yeah, the broadside's there, and now let's move on to the middle side because I like to start it from the right and then finish on the left. So the middle side. So these two floor launchers will launch smashers over here. Now this is a danger zone tile. Smashers will break this tile. They will try to. And if you don't have a base with power modulation or lofty architecture, or just both, there's a high chance the smasher is just going to break this tile. We don't want smashers on this tile, but there's nothing else we can do, you know? I think if we can't even break this tile. There's a tile here regardless, because under there, that is where a gas is. Yeah, a gas. So there's always going to be a tile there. You could possibly block it off or something, but you know, put a ceiling on it, but that'll cause more issues. Now, right here. So when they land up here or there, they'll either choose to walk that way or this way. And most of the time they'll walk this way, and they'll try, and I'll tell you why. So when they're walking this way, they'll get to the end of the tunnel. It's going to be very good for you, and I'll explain. I'm having trouble actually formulating this video. I'm sorry about that. So we're just going to continue with the trap layout. So floor launchers on every single tile above that tunnel I showed you earlier. Every single tile you can do it. If you're having trouble, starting from this tile right here, you're going to go 3 tiles up, and then on the one more tile to the right, again 3 tiles with floor launchers, or basically above every single piece you have down there. And yeah, then you're going to put on the right of this floor launcher, you're going to walk to this floor launcher, you're going to put a wall dart here to shoot extra damage and to block it off. Also, you saw that flinger early on in the video, right? It flung from here, so if you want to put that there, feel free. It won't affect the tunnel in any negative way. I think it'll actually do better for the tunnel, so I'm actually going to leave it there. And yeah, so we're also blocking off this with short ramps, short blockades, so the husks don't feel, you know, mandatory to walk back down. We don't want them to walk back down. I got this little idea from Titastic, by the way, and I like it a lot, and it's implemented. So we don't want them to walk back down, we want them to walk through here. And at this third tile, at 1, 2, 3, there's a 4x wall launcher here to push them back. If it's a 2x, it won't push them farther back enough, and there's no reason to even have a 2x. It has to be a 4x. And then you move 1 tile to the right, 1 tile to the up, and you'll have another 4x wall launcher to push everything back down that way. 3 tiles. Then they'll turn to the left, and there will be another floor launcher, and then 3 tiles again with another 4x floor launcher at the end of it. There's a lot of lag recently with this game, and it's pissing me off. And yeah, everything wall darts on these walls if you can fit them. I'm running out of traps, as you can see, but I would recommend a wall dart on this one for sure. And every free space that you have there, put wall darts on them as well to just feed on, you know, death. And then wall darts on these 2 walls. And now for the left side. Oh, wait. Very important before we move on. When the smashers get up to here, I think it's either here. No. It's yeah, it's up to here, right here. They'll try to break it. So you're going to be needing, if you want to be very optimized and you're running with other players, you want to have another player running a Zenith with a vacuum tube sniper rifle. Tori did a video on the vacuum tube sniper rifle, and he almost got it down packed. He didn't really cover most of the things, but he covered the perfect roles for it. Oh, this is a bad one. Whoopsie, let's get that out of my inventory when I have a slowed and snared one somewhere around here. He was talking about having it 82, which is also really important to have because then it even has even less impact. I was almost super impressed with that video, but he just, it's a support gun, and he was right about that. He had everything on pack besides the actual usage of it in endurance. It's very important to get yourself a vacuum tube sniper rifle with snare on it. Basically what you can do, if you have a lot of epic flux, buy a lot of them, buy 1 of them, then see the 6th perk when you attempt to upgrade it. It'll show you the 6th perk, and if it's a slowed and snared one, get it with double crit rating, durability, damage, slowed and snared. It's one of the best weapons because of the low impact. It has 66.2 per shot and high crit hit chance, which is 56. Now you might be wondering, oh, why not the crankshot? It's better, I like it. Well, the crankshot has at the same level. You're going to be using it for damage. Most of you guys are putting it bright core or obsidian or something like that. So let's just, I know, don't lie to me. You're using a crankshot that's either bright core or shadow shard or sunbeam. It has 10 times the impact per shot and 5% less crit hit chance. So what happens with impact is what pushes Huss up, and if you shoot a lot of crankshot shots at a smasher, it'll stagger back, and when it staggers back, these floor launchers are not going to launch it up. You've already reset the impact guard, so you're foolishly setting your impact guard when you could use something like the vacuum tube, freeze it, and then the impact guard can still go off and it'll fly up and take damage. If you're using crankshots for endurance and you're trying to freeze them and, you know, not do any damage, you're Pepega. And yeah, another floor launcher is there, and then 2 floor launchers here. I never had problems here. If you want, don't have a wall here too. Leave it like that, but I'm leaving a wall there. And then let's talk about the left side, since we just went on a little crankshot tangent. So at the left side, this is where the Huss will be walking in. Now, if you do not have a wall launcher here with a wooden floor spike or a floor launcher, don't have a floor launcher because there can be an issue right here, which will push the Huss all the way through the tunnel, and you're basically screwed. Now, if you don't have a wall launcher here with 2x reload, same as this one, oh, that's actually 4x. This is a 4x. If you don't have a 2x reload right here with 4.3 seconds, expect a lobber problem right here. You can block it off, but lobbers can fling from right here. And yeah, it's about as I can say. I had a wall dart here at one point, and I was wave 24, and it was like 4 hours since I got another wave 24, and I had to like scrap the whole thing because it was just like it was a fail. Flingers can fling from here. Put the wall launcher, it'll stop them. It'll push them either into the tunnel or on these 2 floor launchers, which will then take care of the rest. Now for this part. Plain and simple, 4 tiles. I mean, as far as you can go to the amplifier, fill it all with floor launchers, and then we'll start talking about the wall darts and the stuff. So everything on those walls, like the same side, are wall darts. These wall darts will obviously shoot, and we'll talk about that hole in a second too. Yeah, they'll shoot and kill. So when you move 2 tiles up with floor launchers, there'll be a 4x wall launcher to push every Huss you can back into the tunnel. Then you move 1 tile to the left, go 2 tiles forward again, and another 4x floor launcher to push Huss all the way back down there. Move 1 more tile to the right, then 2 more tiles forward, and another 4x right there to push them all down. Everything behind them will be wall darts, and everything on the right will be wall darts. So also, from the floor spikes, 2 tiles forward, and then 1 tile to the left, this is open. You might be wondering, Chedik, what the hell? Why is this open? Well, I have adjusted Devil East one side to push Huss down here. Now, if you don't care, skip. Just skip like 45 seconds ahead. I'm not going to put a timestamp. I feel like that's annoying. Basically, I deleted some tiles and I just put 2 floor launchers here and a 4x floor launch wall launcher to push Huss into Devil North. Now, if I left this closed, the Huss would just go, oh, it's closed. I'm just going to make my own hole. And bam. They would come in. They would probably break this actually, and then they would have to walk through these 7 or 8 floor launchers, which is much better than just what I had previously. And if they make it through, they'll just fall down here into this floor launcher. That's why that's there, and then have another 4 tiles of floor launchers to walk, which would definitely get them to fly. And yeah, so I talked about this, right? The floor launchers, the wall darts, the ramps. Yeah, that's oh, wait, no. Over here, it's actually very important. So, over here as well, if they make it through, there's a floor launcher here. Some messages? What's happening? Okay, so when they walk up through here, remember the same thing I showed you with Devil West? It's very important, and it's much more stronger. So, what... I'm actually getting messages. From who? I don't know what's going on. Oh, there you go. These people are trying to join me. Who are these people? Huh. Okay, so when you walk up here, there is a 4x wall launcher to push the Huss back into that tunnel. Oh my god, which is super strong. And then when you walk 1 tile to the left, there is another 4x wall launcher to push husks back into that tunnel. So basically, the ending part is so strong. It's just infinite recycler, because at the end waves, it'll take 3 impact charges from traps to launch husks, right? So if they get launched over here, there's 1 impact, 2 impact, guaranteed 2. They might not always set this one off, and then they'll have 2 impacts, right? They'll walk up here with that much impact, and then this wall launcher will go off, sending them back into that tunnel. If they get over through here, they'll land either here, here, or here, and it's 1, 2, and then they walk back up here. If it's just 1, this will head off, get to 2, and this part will get to 3 and send them out. Now, there used to be something like this here, but this is something I actually stole from Allura. I saw it on Allura's video, and I was not Allura's video, Allura's screenshot for his new Devil North that he should be working on. I saw that and I was like, huh, that's super big brain, and I took it. So yeah, that's a little bit of a thing from Allura. And what's happening here is, well, it's making this look so much weaker, which will bait all of the husks over here. And that is what you want. You want husks to come here. Now, this side looks very juicy, very weak, but this side is very tough, very strong. I don't want husks coming from here. I don't want it. And that's why they break this tile here, because like they're like, oh, I don't want to go through there. I want to go over here. And yeah. So it's strong on the right side and weak on the left side from the amplifier. Husks will still walk through these sides, but what you really want them is to have them get pulled over here. And then you'll shift them over to the middle side, and they'll walk there, take damage. And the ones that spawn on the right and are stubborn will try to actively go into the left and in through the right. I could show you the footage again, but I guess that's about it. Also, wait, no, the blockages. Is there any other blockages? Oh yeah, over there, super important. So over here, there was the wall launcher here, 2 pieces here to block that off, which is also important for this corner right here. Very good. I think I showed everything off properly. I hope so. I wonder how long this video is. 20 minutes? 23 minutes? I hope it's not that long. Over here. So there is a rare spawn here, which I actually haven't seen yet. Just in case, you know, keep 2 walls here, a brick wall here, so they can fall into here. If they break it and, you know, they get in, well, you know, get to work and shoot them. That's all I can say, because probably flingers will spawn there, so get your Santa's little helpers and just, you know, blow them up. And, yeah. I guess to the outro now. And, yeah. That's about it. I guess that's it for YouTube. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. I'm here to stay. I'm a Fortnite Save the World YouTube and Twitch content creator, and I'm here to stay. And if you're here watching this video and you watched it all the way through, thank you. Yeah. What's next? So what is next? I have a Valley rework that I'm still working on, and a Southeast, my first amplifier video. That one is garbage, and I've reworked it, and it's, wow, it's fantastic now. It's actually an AFKable one. So I will be churning those 2 videos out, but I want to do some other types of videos. Like, I was planning, I want to hear your opinions in the comments for this too. I mean, I know the video is super long already, so if you're watching this in portions, like, this is like probably your 3rd day watching this video at this point. So, I actually have plans for videos, like what's the best snipers to use in Endurance, what's the best snipers to use in general. I have almost every single sniper in the game. Video ideas, like stuff I'm just gonna keep under wraps. Also, we're gonna do gun reviews and stuff like that. Maybe some more hit the road tips. I'll do some hit the roads with viewers too. I actually enjoy the game mode, but no one likes to watch it, so check me out on twitch.tv if you want to do hit the road, or maybe some Endurance with viewers. Probably. If you just want, please just take my bases. One more thing, Allura's Hill West is so much better than mine. Delete my Hill West, just put his, it's just the Allura Sonic build. It's just, wow, it's wonderful. It's just great. Definitely delete my Hill West. It's just so much more, what's the word, consistent. That's perfect for it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.